What's the most amount of money you make in a month?
7 million.
Can you remember officially how much you used to start your business?
7 to 800,000.
What year did you make your first 1 million in business?
2005.
How old were you then?
27.
If someone that wants to go into business, would you advise the person to go to school or to just enter the business once or then?
See, I would advise you
If you
to.
can advise anybody now that wants to go into business, what would be your top 5 advice for that person?
Number one, you have to. Money doesn't really matter. What matters is your attitude. If you have a very good attitude, making money is very easy. And you don't even know when you grow.
What do you think is the biggest or the top major attributes that can help anyone succeed in business?
Just
What line of business are you in?
I'm into photographic equipment, lighting, camera, and the accessories.
How long have you been in this business?
2006.
How did you raise your first capital to start the business?
I have an elder brother that is into this business. During holidays, I do come around to assist in the business and otherwise. So going back to school, as a student, I was actually looking for means for me to, to sustain myself back then in school. So I have to venture into the accessories like the photo papers. In the morning before going to class, I'll go to the school field to meet some of the student photographers there. What I do in the morning before going to class, I will give each and every one of them digital photo printing paper, high tea. I will give them, then while coming back in the evening, I'll go for my money. That was actually what saw me through.
So that means you were using the business to train yourself in school. So when you came out of school, you now started officially.
Quite okay. I was still in school. So many people were having challenges in giving me money for me to do procurement for them. Like they will call me to come and build studio for them because I don't have a particular office. And so for they always find it difficult to commit money to me. Rather, I will look for fun, get the item, then supply them before they pay me. So back then in school, I looked into it. And I planned towards it. I have to get an office so that when you pay money, you will know that, okay, there is an office where you paid money and so forth. So my first office was in Benin.
Can you remember officially how much you used to start your business?
7 to 800,000 then.
You literally started your business with like 800,000 in 2006.
Yes.
Wow. So how were you able to grow it to this particular level that you are today?
It's a consistent thing. Then I do buy from Nigeria. I buy from importers, then I resell and so forth. Just for you to know the market. And another thing, being sincere. If you want to continue in a line or if you want to continue in business, you have to be sincere. If you are not sincere, there's no way people will trust you for you to have business with them. If somebody should give you a particular item, maybe you didn't make the complete payment. So you should try. Keep to your words.
So what year did you make your first 1 million in business?
2005.
2005?
Yes.
How old were you then?
27 or so.
What business were you doing then?
This same photographical business.
That was in Benin,
yes.
Not Lagos. At
Benin.
what point did you decide to move to Lagos?
Lagos is the center of the business. And if you are not in Lagos, you will not know the newly edition of items that is in vogue when it comes to photography. Since I have link to Lagos, as the day comes by, I keep on coming, making research and so forth. So I have to look for other alternatives. So I started going to Dubai to get from Dubai to Hong Kong to China.
So now, currently at this level of your business, what's the most amount of money you made in a month?
7 million.
So that means within a year, you can be able to make at least 100 million within a year.
For sure. Yeah.
So that means, can you say at this level that you are a billionaire or just a multi-millionaire?
I can't say. You cannot be a judge of your own case. Money doesn't really matter. What matters is your attitude. If you have a very good attitude, making money is very easy.
Wow.
And you don't even know when you grow.
Have you ever felt like giving up in business?
So many times. There was a time they burgled my office in Benin. They made the way. Then the Nikon D60 camera happens to be one of the best sold camera in the market then. So I had like 12 pieces of that Nikon D60 in my office. Everything, they took it. Memory card was about 1,000 memory cards. They packed everything. I told myself, you are the one that made this money. You are the one that you can still do it again. And so forth. So I started afresh again.
What do you think is the biggest or the top major attributes that can help anyone succeed in business?
Just being disciplined and being truthful. If I go to this person and say, okay, I need this, so I don't have the money, but there is hope I will give you this thing, the money next week. Try and fulfill that promises.
Do you think school helped you in business?
Honestly speaking, education has a lot to contribute. Education takes a lot of time. But when you are out of school and you are focused, definitely it shouldn't take time. You shoot and overshoot.
So if someone that wants to go into business, would you advise the person to go to school or to just enter the business once to learn?
See, I would advise you to do both. Yes, it's stressful. It's stressful, but if you can be that focused, you can do both.
Would you say you come from a lot of money or from average or poor background?
My father is not poor. He is not doing bad. So
would you say operating business has been challenging for you so far in Lagos here?
It has. Basically the traffic, then another thing is the custom. We believe that when you travel out, you are coming with your personal luggage, they will start searching. If you have a particular item, that doesn't even mean anything, they will ask you to pay duties for it and so forth. So it's challenging, most especially coming from the customer at the airport. What they call it is hand luggage. If you have like 40 kg, it shouldn't be what they should look into and start calling you that you should come out. So it's challenging. Like if I'm traveling now, let's say to China, if I have my 40 kg, nobody at the airport stops you. What they only check is to know if there is contraband inside what you are having, or to check if there is any form of illegalities and so forth. But in terms of duties and so forth, nobody pays duty. It's only in Nigeria here, and it's kind of painful.
Can you remember the biggest mistake you made in business?
There was a particular product I got there. It's a cistern for lightning. So I got to China, saw it, the price was so down and so forth. I was happy. This particular item is being sold for so and so amount in Nigeria. I'm bringing it to Nigeria that I'm going to make much profit considering the price in the market. When I now got to Nigeria and the item was cheap, getting here, what they supplied me wasn't what I paid for. So it was difficult for me to sell.
If you can advise anybody now that wants to go into business, what would be your top 5 advice for that person?
Number one, you have to do the feasibility study. The market has a location. If I say, okay, because this environment is kind of bad, let me move the business to Lekki Phase 1. I might move it to Lekki Phase 1. It's only the online customers that will be coming. But the retailers, which are the core targets, you won't be seeing them around because of the distance. So you have to do your feasibility study to know a particular place that is suitable for the business. Then another thing, capital. Capital is challenging. For you to build up your capital, it took me years for me to build my capitals. It's not easy to build capitals. And this capital is being given to you, you might misuse it. Then consistency. And somebody come for this particular item, you have it today, and tomorrow you don't have it. You have discouraged the customer. But that, if you are making provision for that thing to always be with you, they won't think of looking elsewhere. So when you give room for that product not being available at that material time and so forth, they'll start looking elsewhere.
So you mentioned capital, having capital within in business. What about somebody that wants to start a business and say, I don't have any capital? What is your advice on getting capital to start business?
See, let me not lie you. Nigeria, getting capital for you to build up your capital in Nigeria is another thing. Actually, I started when the thing became so serious. I needed funds. Just like you see what you needed to put in place for you to be making profit, but there's no capital for you to effect those things. So what I did then, there was this microfinance at Suleri. Those people, they were of help. Even their MD. Like as you can see, this photo paper, as you can see now, this 260 grammage is one of the best photo printing paper in the market.
Wow.
So when their MD called for, that is the financial institution, their MD called for interaction, I went there. I never knew that they sent somebody to my office to come and get most of my products. I was surprised that day when I went there, the man called me, let's sit one-on-one, let's discuss and so forth. When we were discussing, he brought out my product. I didn't get it. He said they sent somebody to come and investigate. So know actually if what the people that gave him report, what they did was actually true. I told him yes, that these are my products. They started asking me, they have to go through my financial report and so forth for them to give me, because that loan was on personal recognition. So they started little by little. The first loan they gave me was about 5 million. They get it. And they have a very good structure. In every month and so forth is on reducing balance. So every month they deduct, and it wasn't stressful for me. The plan was there. They gave me all the necessary distance to sign, and that was it. But it now got to a point when the capital now came up to a point that they were calling me for me to call, let's continue business. I told them no, but they were really helpful.
Now, what's your final advice to anybody that is watching you now?
As it is in Nigeria, I will advise the younger ones that it's always good for you to look at to something that you venture into. Education, I have friends that they are all graduates, but till today they are not doing anything. It's all about going to school, but after school, what next? So you should start having plans, putting little things in place. It's all about reading. After reading, what else? Education will widen your brain. But practical is oriented, so you have to find yourself into one thing or the other, doing anything that you feel good at. Just have to do it.
Thank you so much, Roy. Thank you so much. If this episode inspired you, do well to hit the subscribe button, like this video, share it with those who this is going to inspire. I remain your very host, Ben Zik, and I'm catch you again next time. Cheers.